If your guest asks you to recommend a fruity drink, most likely it's going to be mixed with rum. It's National Rum Day. But first, the intro.
Tired of working deadbeat jobs for lame pay. I'm tired of getting fired and hired the same day. If you know the rules of the game, then you'll stay. And if you don't, then you'll be...
As usual, I'm joined by my good friend Danny DeVilla.
What's up, people?
National Rum Day. Actually, it's National Rum Month.
Oh,
yes.
A month of it?
A whole month in August.
Yeah.
And I believe National Rum Day is the 18th of August.
Okay.
If I'm not thereabouts. And you love yourself a rum drink.
I do love myself a rum drink.
Man, I grew up on rum. I grew up in the islands.
Yeah, he's from Antigua.
They make a couple good rums there. And each island, almost everywhere, has a rum. And rum's made from molasses, which is made from sugar cane.
Yeah.
So it's a holdover from them days, the dark days.
The pirate days.
The pirate days and the slave days.
Yeah.
I believe the Mount Gay hails as the oldest
rum
distillery.
Really?
Yes.
What year? Does it have a year?
1655.
Oh, yeah. That is directly in the middle of the slave trade.
Was it? No, I'm sorry. It wasn't 60. Mount Gay, 1703.
Still in the middle of the slave trade.
1703 as its origin. It's a Barbados rum. Mm-hmm. And so is that now the birthplace of rum, shall we say?
Well, yeah, fuck it. Why not?
Yeah, oldest rum brand in the world, supposedly. And I have been introduced to Mount Gay from my mom's friend.
Okay.
Who gifts me rum almost every time I see him.
Nice.
And it's either Doorley's or Mount Gay. Mm-hmm. Mount Gay makes an XO. He gives me really, really good rums, and I love it.
Nice.
What do you do with your rum? How do you make? How do you?
I was like, what do you mean?
How do you take it with Coke, ginger, neat?
No, well, usually either ginger. If it's a good rum, if it's a sipping rum, I'll sip it.
Yeah.
Maybe just over ice.
Okay.
But I was always big on Captain. I'm a pretty basic. I'm a basic bitch when it comes to that. So I do. I used
to. Because it's readily available.
Yeah, it's everywhere.
It's everywhere.
So I used to do.
With the exception of those fools that do Sailor Jerry instead.
Yeah.
Message me if you do Sailor Jerry
and then
in your place.
They lie to you. They you say you order Captain and they just pour Sailor. And I've been drinking Captain, so I'm like, it's Sailor, but it's okay. I'm not gonna yell at you.
It's not okay. I don't really like the substitution thing without telling the guest. Yeah. If you don't have something, just say, hey,
this is what we have instead. Yeah. Exactly.
Or even when you bring it, you don't want to waste your time going back and forth. Just say, hey, it's a Sailor's. I understand if you don't like it, we'll take it off or whatever. Save yourself a step. And most likely the person will be like, okay,
yeah, I
just don't like the flavor of Sailor Jerry's.
Me either.
That's
it's different.
It's not that I have to have Captain. Just let me choose something else.
Yeah.
That's the whole shebang for me.
Yeah, because when you're expecting one taste,
yes,
and you get another, you're like.
And here's the thing about the bartenders or servers that say, oh, they'll never tell the difference. That's not the point. You should have some integrity in what you're giving your guests, what they call for. Whether it's a Tito's and a Bloody Mary and stuff like that, or like a Grey Goose and a Bloody Mary, I should say. Give them what they asked for. If they never can tell what's it to you?
Exactly.
Why do you care? It makes them feel good. Let them feel good.
Let them feel good.
I just don't. For me, for whatever reason it might be, just give me what I asked for. Because if I can tell, I'm not getting a second or a third.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look at you, and most likely I'm not gonna come back because several times I've been duped, and I've never come back to those places.
Fool me once.
Shame. Yes, that happens to me. I used to around Christmas time. I would want Baileys.
Yes.
And then they'll give me some Devonshire, some other
all-brand shit.
Irish cream, whatever. If you don't have the Baileys, you gotta tell me.
Baileys, yeah.
And if you try to put one over on me, it's fine. If and when I notice, you're off the list. Never coming back.
I'm done with you.
There's plenty of places
that have Baileys.
Yeah, that plenty of places that will treat you right.
Right. Yeah.
That's the whole point. It's just having some kind of relationship with me where you say, "Hey, I don't have it," even if you were busy.
Yeah.
I'd rather wait for you to tell me, hey, can you choose something else? I don't have this or whatever.
Yeah, exactly. I don't have that, X, Y, Z. This is what we do have.
Please. And so, getting back to the rum, we got a little off course. What do you think is the most famous rum drink of them all?
Famous?
Well, the most popular rum drink. Because rum, like fruity drinks tend to go with rum.
Yeah. Probably Piña Colada.
Piña Colada's up there. I would think the most famous one would be the Mojito.
Well, now, I think mojitos have had a big surge in maybe in the last 10 years.
I think it's on the out though. Like there was when we worked together.
Yeah,
it was annoyingly popular.
Exactly, but I'm talking like over. Rum is hundreds of years old.
True.
So I was concluding for time well spent.
The Piña Colada, I would think it would be like the classic rum and coke.
I mean, me too. Cuba Libre classic rum and coke.
Cuba Libre. Is it what makes it a Cuba Libre? The lime?
I don't know.
Or the pretentious fucks that order Cuba Libre.
Yeah, I think that's just what it is.
Right?
Yeah, because it's
just
a
rum and coke.
Yeah, just a rum and coke.
I remember the first time, I was like, what's a Cuba Libre?
Right? And you look it up, you're like, rum and coke?
You look at them sideways.
Say that?
You can just say side.
Yeah, but there's drinks like that. Like what's the vodka cranberry? It's Cape Codder?
Yeah, the Cape Cod or the Greyhound.
Yeah.
Stop it.
They all have a screwdriver. They all have names.
Yes.
For the most basic stuff.
Maybe back in the day.
Well, because I guess, it wasn't as basic. Maybe it was as basic, but it wasn't as basic.
Well, we didn't have, now we have all kinds, manner of flavors.
Yeah.
But when I started serving, it was a vodka OJ was a screwdriver.
Yeah.
Let me get a screwdriver.
Exactly.
We mixing this stuff right now. I mean, I guess back then I didn't have that reaction to it. Like, it's
just this. Yeah.
Yeah. But now certainly,
yeah,
I have that reaction. And there was a time when you and I would favor a mojito.
Oh yeah.
But I would never order it out. It would be something that I would make at home. Right?
Yes.
Because it's a pain in the ass.
It is. It's labor intensive.
It's labor intensive, and to
especially
me,
done right.
You can't make it ahead of time.
Yeah.
You're there with the lime, the mint, and whether you're slapping the mint or just bruising it in the thing or shaking it, it's a pain in the butt.
Yeah.
You got to pick the mint out. You don't want to put the stems in there. Some people get fancy with the cane stalk, and then it's a pain to drink.
Oh yeah, because there's shit in your drink.
Yeah, you gotta navigate the spinach through the straw. And to me, there's some recipes there's some places that
strain it,
but it kind of, to me, it loses the
allure. It does lose the allure.
Then it looks like a regular drink.
It does. We started straining ours, but we put mint on top of it, like as a garnish, so you can still see it. So it's like a...
That's fair.
Yeah.
And that makes it easier to drink.
Yes.
And you fucked up because then you'd be serving more. The worst thing you could do is make a great mojito.
Yeah.
Because they keep coming back.
They keep coming back.
Do you guys... did we have a drink menu?
Yeah.
And then it was on there.
Yeah.
And we're like, take it off. Because then the bartenders would get so mad.
It's still on there.
It's still on there?
It's still on there.
Do people, because you're more in a touristy,
yeah, you get them all the time.
All the time.
All the time. Oh. At least 5 to 10 a shift.
For sure.
Yeah,
easy.
guaranteed.
And you still have a blender.
Yeah, but we don't do a frozen mojito.
No. Well, why? Were you going to say no?
Huh?
Were you going to say no?
We don't have the mix for it. It doesn't have consistency. You got to put a bunch of nasty-ass plants into your drink and then drink it?
Yes.
Yeah, no.
You make the mojito and you blend it up, put a little bit more sugar on it. So you tell them no?
We don't have a frozen mojito.
I want a frozen mojito. You telling me no?
Yes.
You're terrible.
I'm amazing.
That's terrible. Not coming back. But you do have the Piña Colada.
And the strawberry daiquiri. That's it.
You got a rum runner.
Yeah, you can make a rum runner.
We're talking rum, bro.
Yeah.
Rum runner. What about you making me a what's the one with the ice cream?
Yeah, that doesn't have rum in it, so you can't have that either. But you're talking about a mudslide.
A mudslide?
Yeah.
What's the mudslide got in it?
That's vodka, Kahlua, and sometimes Bailey's.
Vodka in a frozen drink?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, that's a mudslide. It's not. There's no rum in no mudslide.
I don't know the recipes.
But they're delicious.
They are.
It's like a chocolate shake.
I'll be rootin' tootin' after that, though, with the dairy in it.
They're so good.
They are so good.
You have the coffee flavor with the. Oh yeah, it's fantastic.
It reminds me of the frozen Baileys we get in Vegas at O'Shea's.
Now that.
Yes.
That's special.
That's special, but it's a little too sweet. So I think back then, because I would crush them. I could have one now.
Yeah, but they're still special, though.
They're still special. Last time I think we got it.
Yeah, and the time before the machine was broken, right?
The 2 times before that, we couldn't get it because the machine was broken. You know, they better have it when we come.
Yeah.
Better have it. It's not a trip without it.
It's not you got to have the frozen Baileys.
If you're ever in Vegas and you go to O'Shea's in the Link, get yourself a frozen Baileys. So
it's solid.
Deaf.
And they even have the indoor-outdoor, so you can grab it on the outside and keep walking around if you need to.
I love that outside part.
Yeah, it's the best.
Because it actually inside and outside plays.
Yeah.
I know we're getting a little off track. So we talked about the Mojito. Mm-hmm. We talked about the Piña Colada.
Okay.
And
Rum Runner, Rum Punch, Mai Tai.
Rum Punch. Oh. Rum Punch. Rum Punch is, I have a distinct memory about the Rum Punch. When growing up in the islands, we had a booze cruise called the Jolly Roger, and they had a barrel of this Rum Punch steeping forever, and it was famous for knocking people out.
I believe it.
Oh, I had a buddy that came down, and I took him on the booze cruise, and I said, listen, I know you can drink. Oh, I know you think you can drink. But this thing has been marinating over like years. And it's not going to taste like much, but it's going to knock you on your ass.
Yeah.
And it sure did. I'm telling you.
Nice.
It's delicious. And they serve it in this little small cup. Super
Well, I
dangerous.
met some of your friends when we were on our last trip. Do I know the one you're talking about?
Yes.
Okay.
Mr. Fred.
Okay.
Yes. Fred got messed
He got
up.
KO'd?
Yeah, he got KO'd. Oh man, it was. I was down for the count too. Let me not
sidetrack that.
But I expected it.
Yeah, you knew it was gonna happen.
I knew it was gonna happen. He got hit in the back of the head.
Yeah, you were like, oh, I tried to warn you.
Yes, I saw it coming.
Yeah,
and so the strawberry daiquiri, the Piña Colada, the frozen drinks we talked about, the hurricane. Mm-hmm. What about, have you ever had a zombie?
I know what a zombie is, yeah. I've had one before.
Light rum, dark rum.
It's a bunch of different. Isn't there a bunch of difference in there?
Pineapple juice, lime juice, and I think it has cherries.
It looks
on
kind of
top.
blue, doesn't it? Is that the zombie that I'm thinking about?
You know what? Every drink has been bastardized.
Yeah.
Now it's whoever's version, but I think it's a red drink.
Okay.
Because I think it has
the grenadine.
I think it has grenadine in it. And I'm sorry, I've been on this campaign where there are no blue foods. I won't eat anything blue. I don't eat no blue cake. Blueberries are purple. I'm sorry. There's no blue food, and I'm not eating anything that looks blue, whether it's a drink. It's just not natural. It doesn't look delicious.
You're right.
So no blue curacao for me. Thank you. Pass. 1 star. Do not recommend. Are we going to include a caipirinha in here? I know it's not rum.
It's not true rum, but it is sugarcane.
Yes.
Because cachaça is sugarcane.
Correct.
So it's in the rum family.
It's
just a Brazilian version of it.
Okay. Because I'm hard-pressed to... I know the difference between molasses and sugarcane, but we're not going to put up a whole other category just for cachaça.
No.
So we'll say...
Yeah, as I said, I say it's rum family. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Rum adjacent?
Exactly.
Yeah. What do you think of the top producing rum countries in the world?
In the world? Well, because Puerto Rico is a part of the U.S., I'll put us in there.
Okay, so U.S. does produce rum, and so Puerto Rico's up there.
I'll say Great Britain because they own a bunch of the islands.
but they do not produce.
Okay.
Yes.
So, are we talking islands, or are they countries on their own, or
countries on their own? I'll give you just start knocking them out, and I'll tell you.
So America.
So America's number 10.
Okay.
Puerto Rico's number 12.
Okay. I included Puerto Rico part of America. That's why I said.
But it's not.
But it's.
Let's be honest. 50 states. Okay. So Australia is number 11.
I was gonna go. And they make rum, huh?
They make rum.
All right.
India.
India,
number 9. Now think islands across
the Caribbean, or
yeah. Okay, I'll give you the Philippines.
Oh, okay.
Philippines number 7.
Really?
Yes.
More islands.
Now think islands.
Jamaica.
Number 1. Number 1 producer of rum.
Boom.
Yes.
What about your hometown?
Antigua, not enough. It's
not
tiny
big enough?
island, so not enough. They produce rum almost every island, but not enough to make the list.
What about any of the saints?
Okay,
like St. Thomas or Saint, you know what I mean? Virgin Islands.
St. Thomas is small. We're gonna go with Trinidad.
Okay,
that's
what about
number 8?
What about Haiti?
Haiti. Number 6.
Okay.
Good job.
What about...
Now we got 4 more. I'll give you Guyana, because that's an obscure one.
Oh, yeah.
Number 5. Martinique.
Okay.
Number 4. You got to be able to get number 3 and 2. You have to. At least one of them.
Dominican Republic? The DR?
No.
Barbados?
Barbados. Good job. Number 3. And number 1, it's super obvious. You're going to kick yourself for missing this one.
I thought we were doing number 1.
I'm sorry, number 2. Number 2.
Oh.
Number 1's Jamaica. And then the last one.
Bermuda?
No.
Bahamas?
Cuba, baby.
Oh, okay.
Cuba.
How did I miss Cuba?
Exactly.
I was going through the song in my head. Did you hear me just doing it? Aruba.
Yeah. Cuba is so big. And
they're massive. They're
And sugarcane, that's their number 1 thing was sugar. Their whole, I don't know if they probably still do, but just not to the U.S. Their number 1 export was sugar forever, and it's a massive island.
How did I miss that?
How did you?
And it's right next to us.
It's bigger than Jamaica.
You should have said it's right next to us.
Closer. I was thinking because the Cuba Libre,
and I know what's funny is our mojito is called the Havana Mojito.
You better should have known better. The Royal Navy used to have rum rations on their boats, and so that just got, I think in 1970 they abolished that practice of giving the sailors. I think the officers used to. I think it was a pint. They were served at twice a day. They got half their rations at noon and the second half at 5 or 6
So when they were done with their shift, technically.
I guess so. And they got a pint handed to each sailor. Pretty cool.
They were banged up.
I think that's why they abolished it. The rum ration was once known as Purser's rum. That's pretty cool.
How do you like your rum? What rums do you like? We didn't really talk about I guess we talked about rums, but we didn't really go into like different companies and such. But
because you know why I don't want to get into the different companies, because there are rum is one of those wild west liquors. There's no standard for rum that like there is for whiskeys and for bourbons and things like that, where an Irish whiskey has to come from this and be made with that. Rum, there's no standard. So anybody can
rum is like wine. You just can get in it. Get in where you fit in.
But even wine, when you look at like French wine and things like that.
The regions and stuff.
Yeah, but the regions, they do have to be able to be called certain things.
Yes.
You know, whether it's Pinot Gris or Pinot Grigio, you have to be this or that, or the champagne has to come from this region. And things like that. Rum? No.
It's just rum.
It's just rum. And you can make it you can make it out of anything. So I really didn't want to go into the
technique.
And when you're talking about the actual distilleries, there's some economics that go into where things are able to be imported from.
Yeah.
I'm sure Cuba makes a lot of rums that we don't have
that we don't get
access to.
Yeah.
Or some of the smaller islands have rums that we don't have access to, but we have access to a lot of Puerto Rican rums, you know, and so on and so forth. And I like a spiced rum. I don't drink Coke, so very rarely would I do rum and Coke. I do like a rum and ginger.
Yeah, I do ginger.
Ginger ale, ginger beer.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll do a rum with coconut water, but that's a home thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Your boy had maybe one of those. It was fire.
What boy?
We'll talk about it later.
That's our show, people. We do this for you each and every week. I'm Marlon Joseph, the moderator.
I'm Danny Villain. Subscribe, people.
We will see you next week.
Later.
I want white sand beaches with luxury features, not to John B. Like superstars being treated. I roll up in my private jet, VSOP.